Okay, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying the messages that I am doing on the prophets. There's a lot of them, and right now I'm working on Isaiah chapter, which is the longest book in the prophets area with 66 chapters in it. If you notice, my background changed a little bit. AC's not working in the sanctuary, and it was pretty cool in there yesterday during the meeting. Sorry if it seems like I'm taking a while in between words. I've had a rough week. Today, I'm going to start with Isaiah chapter 6 and go through it. And my scriptures has the true name of the Father and the Son in it. And there's also notes at the bottom. So I will be bringing them in as well as the witness chapters to each verse, if there is anything on them, out to you too. So I'm going to get started now with Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also Yahweh sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Let's start out with a witness verse on that one, and a note down at the bottom. First, the witness verse. No, it's just the bottom of the page, okay? This may refer to when Uzziah could no longer exercise the functions of a king after he became leprous as punishment for intrusion into the priest's office 10 years prior. Yahweh took it pretty serious if you set foot inside the temple in places where you weren't supposed to be. And even here, our sanctuary, if I go through the door into the sanctuary, I take my cap off before I go in there out of respect for Yahweh. That is his area. He rules it. He controls it. And I'm not going to make him mad if I can. Verse 2, above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. Let's see. Note at the bottom of the page, a seraphim are burning ones, majestic beings with 6 wings, 6 wings, hands, and voices, in attendance upon Elohim and continually declaring his holiness. I wouldn't want to meet one at night. Chapter 6, verse 3, and one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is Yahweh of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. Now that verse does have a witness verse, and you won't be surprised where it's at. Revelations chapter 4, verse 8. And the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about him, and they were full of eyes within, and they rest not day or night, saying, Holy, 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 Yahweh El Shaddai, which was and is to come. Yeah, well, all of us here at this assembly are waiting for the return of the Messiah. And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips, For mine eyes have seen the King, Yahweh of hosts. Yeah, that's about par in language out in public nowadays. It's hard to hear, and you just think, will I see them in the new earth or not? Verse 6, then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. 7, and he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this has touched thy lips, and thy iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Verse 8, also I heard the voice of Yahweh saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me. And they are a couple of witness verses to that one that kind of explain it a little bit. Matthew chapter 13, verse 14, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which says, By hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and shall not perceive. Acts chapter 28, verse 26, saying, Go unto this people and say, Hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and not perceive. It's a little bit confusing when you read them fast. Verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. There's a couple of witness verses to go along with that too. Let's see if they're confusing. John 12, verse 40, he has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. Now, that was easy enough to understand, because if you're blinded, you can't see. If your heart's hardened, you're not accepting anything that you may see or hear. If you don't accept the Father and the Messiah in your heart and understand them and look at the scriptures, read the scriptures to know what is going to go on. I gave a message a little over a year ago. Actually, it was several different parts because Revelations had a lot to say. But I'd done that message, and it's recorded in the Assembly of Yahweh, Yahweh's Assembly of Yeshua on YouTube. You have to look back about a year, but there's several different messages on it just to get it through. Okay. Verse 11, then said Yahweh, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. Have y'all seen the Los Angeles fires this past week? A lot of desolate houses in there. Verse 12, And Yahweh have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. But yet in it shall be a tent. That's TENTH, tent, 100. And it shall return and shall be eaten as a teil tree and as an oak, whose substance is within them when they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. And that concludes the reading of chapter 6, Isaiah. And I will be back next week with Isaiah chapter 7. Y'all have a blessed week and stay safe. Praise Yah.